What's up guys, it's Geo and welcome back to another Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire replay. I have a battle for you guys here against Aqua124, and he brought a really cool Mega Altaria team, which basically uses 3 flying types to kind of break down the opponent. Two of them being setup sweepers and one of them being a defensive one, which is Mandibuzz. But he of course has Mega Altaria. He has Greninja, which is actually a really big threat to my team, even though I brought Rain. He also has Mandibuzz, which is going to be a problem for my Mega Swampert. And he also has Talonflame, he has Heatran, which is a good general check to my Latias, so he's going to want to keep that around, and it also can't be trapped by Magnezone. And then he has Conkeldurr, which actually really does threaten a large majority of my team. Threatens pretty much 6 Pokemon, all 6 Pokemon on my team with Drain Punch. But looking at my team, mine is a pretty cookie-cutter Rain team. Kind of a different variant of a Rain team that AIM used recently, but this was taken a long time ago before the ladder was even up. So I of course have Politoed, I have Specs Kingdra because this thing absolutely decimates his team. I have Mega Swampert, I have Sash Mamoswine, which is here for rocks. I have Latias for emergency defog and healing wish support for my 2 rain abusers, and then I have Magnezone to trap stuff like Skarmory and Ferrothorn. So let's jump straight into the match. I'm going to lead Mamo because I want my rocks because he has 3 flying types, and he leads Conkeldurr, which is fine. I'll trade Mamoswine for some rocks, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that as he goes for the Drain Punch. It does 95%, so I'm certainly not living another hit. I go for the Ice Shard because I outspeed, and he goes for the Mach Punch, so I get some chip damage on Conkeldurr, but rocks are really the most important part. So I'm going to go out to Politoed and make the double to Latias here, because I know he's going to go for the Drain Punch because he wants to take a huge chunk out of this Politoed, and now I know he's going to switch. He doesn't want to take a Psyshock, so I'm just going to drop a Dracos. He goes into Heatran. I probably could have predicted the switch and gone into Kingdra and won the match because Kingdra decimates his team, but I didn't really feel comfortable if he stayed in. So I'm going to go into Kingdra right here as he ends up getting up his rocks, and then everything on his team gets O-Code or 2-hit KO'd by Hydro Pump, but I'm going to miss, unfortunately. As he goes for the Lava Plume, it's 4 times resisted in the rain, and he gets the burn. And at this point, I'm really flustered because he's going to go for the Protect, and of course as soon as he goes for Protect I'm going to hit my Hydro, so the classic bait and switch right there, and I'm going to go for another Hydro Pump as he actually gets a double Protect right here, meaning that it's going to be a lot harder for me to break down his team because Kingdra is already worn down, but I still do have Healing Wish. It's just a matter of using it on Latias, but I'm going to knock him out with the Hydro Pump right there. And he's going to go ahead into Greninja because that's one of his water resists, and it just straight up dies to Spec Hydro Pump in the rain. Like, Kingdra is actually a monster in the rain. It's pretty scary. I should name this Kingdra Lulsilver language. I really should. But he goes down to Mandibuzz right here, and I know he's just going to defog because he has Talonflame left. So I'm going to go into Politoed as he actually does end up going for the defog right here, so that's pretty good for me. And then I'm going to go actually straight back out into Magnezone because I want to get some damage off on this. Oh, actually go out into Kingdra to sack. This was a huge misplay on my part because like Kingdra was my win condition, but it did get worn down by Talonflame pretty easily. But I'm going to go out into Magnezone right here, and I'm going to go ahead and click T-Bolt because I know everything on his team gets hit hard by T-Bolt, and he's just going to go for the foul play. Get off some chip damage, and he's going to lose Mandibuzz, which opens up the door for Mega Swampert later. And I know as long as I keep Mega Swampert and Latias healthy, I can go ahead and win the game. But he's going to go out into Conkeldurr right here. I'm just going to sack Magnezone to and get off a T-Bolt. As he actually goes for a knockoff, predicting Latias, and that means I get 2 T-Bolts as opposed to 1. But he's able to get some health back with a Drain Punch. But hey, he has a 38% Conkeldurr right now. I'll live with that because then I can go out into Pert. I force him to go for the Mach Punch right here if he wants to get off damage, and he does. Gets off about 21%, and I am able to knock him out with the Waterfall, which is pretty cool. And then now it's a 3-on-2 matchup right here. He goes out into Altaria. I know I can knock him out with an Ice Punch, so I'm going to go for that right now. Actually, I cannot knock him out because he's bulky Altaria, which is a little bit unfortunate. He gets up a Dragon Dance, but thankfully there is... Actually, the rain stops right here, so I'm forced to go out into my Politoed and sack that right now because that means I can knock him out with my Mega Swampert next. But he's just going to get greedy, go for a Dragon Dance. I'm going to go for the Scald. I get a crit. I knock him out. I'm not sure how much it mattered because he 2 times resists it, but it's in the rain. And I do have a little bit of offensive investment. He goes for the U-turn with Talonflame. I go out into Latias, and I'm just going to go for the... Do I go for the Healing Wish? Yeah, I go for the Healing Wish because it is infinitely cooler to win the game with Healing Wish than it is to win the game by just going for Draco Meteor, okay? Like, I understand it's really cool to win the game going for Draco Meteor because you're, like, throwing down big, giant, fiery boulders from the sky, but when you can be like, hey, Swampert, you're a team player, I got your back, I'm gonna click Healing Wish right here, and Latias is being a team player, it's awesome. So I have 2 team players on this team. He actually reveals Flying Gem Acrobatics right there, which does a lot, but, you know, it's okay. Mega Swampert tanks it because he's a beast, and I'm able to knock him out. So that's a very good game. Aqua124, if you guys did enjoy this, this OU Showdown replay, please make sure to leave a like. It really does help show support for the stuff that I'm doing here on the channel. Also, make sure to answer today's comment question of the video, which is, have you, out of Rain and Sun so far in ORAS, which has been your favorite so far? Personally, I've only seen one Sun team so far, and I've seen a lot of Rain. Rain is being spammed on the ladder, and I don't like it very much. But yeah, that's about it. If you guys and with that, I urge you guys to subscribe if you guys are enjoying the constant content. And with that, I'll catch you on the flip-flop.